Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who's interested is welcome to join. And our first participant for today or tonight is Claudia from Switzerland. Hi, Claudia. Your microphone doesn't seem to work. Cannot hear your sound. Or is it me? I'm not sure. Let me check my. Can everybody else hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear now. Claudia cannot hear you though.
Claudia, can you go to the audio setting?
When you speak, see, your sound doesn't come through. Oh, she left the room.
Okay.
Maybe to reconnect again. Okay, we'll go to Aparachita from Dubai.
Hello, good evening, Brad.
Yes, how are you?
I'm well. I feel quite happy and settled.
Okay, meditating, mindfulness?
I am meditating, perhaps not as much at the moment, but I'm just sorting my place a little bit and teaching and trying, and it's working, to stop eating at 1. And that's a good practice.
Yeah, what's more important though is mindfulness. You should try to be mindful all the time.
Okay.
With whatever you do, just keep focusing on what you do. Don't let your mind go think about other things, unless you have to.
Right.
Stay in the present as much as possible. Stay with your body. Watch what your body is doing every moment, every movement of your body, every action of your body. Okay.
Okay.
You have any question?
Not for the moment. I just wanted to join the meeting, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay. I'll go to Mike now. Mike Sheffield from New York.
Good evening, Khan and John. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm quite well. It's morning here in New York City. My practice was a little lax this past weekend, but I intend to get back on track this week with my twice daily meditation. Today, I wanted to ask you about forgiveness, or Buddhist teachings on forgiveness, and kind of how to be around people who maybe aren't, working in your best interest, or maybe if someone's trying to undermine you in life, the Buddhist response to it.
Same. We just cannot control them. We cannot stop them. So, but we can be nice to them, be kind to them, be forgiving. Or you find it impossible to deal with them, just try to avoid them. Try to separate yourself from them as much as possible. But if you have to live with them, then you have to be kind and forgiving. Because getting angry isn't good for you, Getting mad at people isn't good for you. So when we forgive, we are really helping ourselves, not the other person. Helping our mind to become calm and peaceful, and not agitated or angry. So you have to understand that this is the fact of life. We have to run into different types of people in our life. Sometimes we get nice people, sometimes we get bad people. If we can avoid bad people, do it. If we cannot avoid, and if we have to live with them, then just try to be calm and forgiving and not expecting anything from them. Accepting them for what they are. You cannot change them unless they want to change themselves. And they might ask you for your advice, then you can give them. But otherwise, just leave each other alone. You do your thing, let them do their things. And if we have to cross path, then just have to be mindful and forgiving. Be kind, be nice.
Do you have any advice for how to generate more forgiveness or compassion within yourself?
Yes, you have to be happy in yourself. See, once you're happy and you know that you don't need anything from anybody, then you can be nice and be compassionate and be kind to everybody. But if you are not happy within yourself, then you seek happiness from other people. And when you cannot get happiness, you get madness from other people, then you get angry. So try to develop a lot of meditation to get your mind to become calm and peaceful and have equanimity. The more equanimity you have, the more contentment you have. And when you have contentment, then you don't need or expect anything from anybody. So it's always come back to ourselves. We have to develop ourselves with the Dhamma teaching of the Buddha to make our mind become calm and peaceful and happy. Once you are calm, peaceful, and happy, and you know you don't need anything from anybody, so you don't expect anything from anybody. You can take anything from anybody. They can bully you, they can be nice to you, or whatever. You look at them like you look at the fruits, different types of fruits. People are like fruits. Some are mango, some are bananas, some are apples. You cannot change them. They are what they are. And all you have to do is to know how to deal with them. That's all. Okay, understand?
Thank you, Ajahn.
So like I always say, the secret is in mindfulness. If you have mindfulness, you can make the mind calm and have equanimity. Then when you have equanimity, you will have loving kindness, compassion, and sympathetic joy toward other people, success. So try to develop yourself. Don't try to change other people. It's difficult. It's almost impossible. Change yourself. Make yourself happy. Once you're happy, then you can take anything. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Next, Suchi from the UK.
Hello, Ajahn.
Yes, how are you?
I'm all right. Thank you, Ajahn. I hope you are well too.
Yes, I am okay. Thank you.
I still have the seclusion and tranquility to practice meditation, and I'm focusing mainly on the sitting breath meditation, Ajahn. I do it, I have to balance my lay life. So I do it Monday to Friday, 1 hour every day. And I have to progress on the time and the quality. Earlier, when I sat down, I had to chant the suttas to calm my mind. But now, after a short while, my mind becomes calm, and of course, the background thoughts come from time to time during that 1 hour.
Just ignore them. Just concentrate on your meditation object. And when you're not meditating, you should always be mindful all the time also. This is very important. Not just during meditation that you should be mindful, but you should be mindful all the time, whether you're meditating or not.
Okay, Thank
So
you.
just keep focused on your body when you're not meditating. If you're walking, just walk with your body. If your body is eating, just eat with your body. Do things together with your body. Don't go somewhere else when you and leave the body alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Then you'll find it easy when you meditate because your mind is already meditating before you even starting to meditate. You meditate all day long in all postures. That's what it actually is.
I understand.
Okay, good. Anything else?
No questions, Tanaja. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Professor Ken from Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Tanajan. I have no questions at the moment.
You're doing okay?
Yeah, I'm practicing okay.
Okay, no problem.
No problems to ask about at the moment.
Okay, good. Next, Alvin from Malaysia.
Namaskar, Tanajan. Just here to pay respect and listen. Thank you. No question.
Okay. No issues with anybody or anything?
Sorry, Tanajan?
No issues with anybody or anything?
No issues. Just I just listen to you. It's like I can't control people's what they say, right? I can only control my reaction.
That's right.
Yeah. So try to sometimes just to
Yeah.
sira, just let go, Tanajan.
That's right.
Yeah. Learning. I'm still learning, but sometimes still a bit frustrated. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Next, Philip, also from Malaysia, and Adeline, I think she's beside you now.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Hi. How are you, Adeline?
I'm good.
Okay.
Good. Just listening in. No
Looking
question.
after your voice.
Yes, a lot of work. Handful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'm always listening in the room, but today I just come to pay my respect.
Okay, fine.
I don't have any questions, Ajahn. Just listening in.
Okay. I'll go to Dr. Indira and Dr. Pia. You're in early today, so you don't have to wait for long.
Yeah, no. Yes, got in early.
Yes,
Now I know the trick.
How are you, Tanajan?
Fine, thank you. So you
Yes,
don't have
we
much to comment because we haven't talked much about anything yet.
No, just a quick comment on the forgiveness. I think I think what I have been taught is I think it's optional. So you have to forgive yourself and others. First you, if others, you can, when you're ready, but especially you. So to reconcile, just to get along with them is an optional thing, but forgiveness is a must. And also some of the sutras talk about how when just as you said, like maintain loving kindness, compassion, equanimity, and see they are hurting and that they are spilling the hurting over to you. And it's called Agata Pativinaya Sutra or something like that. But so I think that's a forgiveness. It's a tough one, but I think, as you say, if you cannot try to avoid the situation, like Parivarjana Pahata, Buddha has given a method to avoid by avoidance. You can get away. If your sensory restraints are not strong enough, you can avoid. But if you are good with your sensory restraints, I think you can tackle it. But sometimes best thing is to avoid if you are not ready for that.
Yes, you have to have strong mindfulness to be able to stop your reaction.
It is hard, Ajahn. Sometimes it's very hard. So you can forgive yourself and forgive others, that you can work on. But sometimes repeatedly when they behave like that, it is hard sometimes. So for me, like...
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're with her all the time.
Okay.
So sometimes, Ajahn, like, staying away from, keeping a distance with people like that also helps,
Yeah, I think, as you say, like, the more you have equanimity, like maybe jhanas, like a fourth jhana, it's a natural for the mind to withdraw in, like the tortoise or the turtle, withdraw the senses in and then you are not going to hurt from the jackal. I think it's a metaphor gives in the sutra text, is like a jackal coming to attack the turtle, but all the senses are out, like the four limbs, the head and the tail. So you withdraw everything in. Jackal can come and turn its tortoise shell is so strong. He get tired and goes away.
That's right. That's what equanimity is like. You draw yourself inside and stay peaceful, knowing, and not reacting to anything.
That's true. Practicing.
Exactly.
Yes, thank you, Ajahn, always for your wisdom.
Yes,
very grateful to you.
The benefit of mindfulness and jhana is unbelievable. If you can get it, you'll find it. They're the most precious things in the world.
Yeah. So it's like the food. I think the simile Buddha said it's like the food for the mind. I mean, you don't have to go outside the city. The inhabitants in the city, the well-guarded city, is like a well-guarded fortress, the mind. So people don't have to go outside to shop, because the food is within. Everything you have, the four foods, like the medicine, the weed, the wheat, the water, and the whatever you need, the four jhanas. So you just need to dip inside rather than going outside. So
that's right.
Fortress.
The real food for the mind is inside, not outside. Outside are all poison for the mind.
That's so true. Always, if you go out, something.
The enemy is there to, so if you get inside, much easier. I guess eventually you need to tackle the enemy, but at least for temporary shelter, I guess you can go in, right? Eventually you have to fight the enemy.
Then you have to develop wisdom once you go out. You have to look at them like the weather, or like they are fruits. You cannot change or control them. If you have to deal with anybody or anything, just look at them like you look at the weather.
That's true.
So in this fortress, Buddha also compares the mindfulness as a gatekeeper. So the wise, skillful gatekeeper knows exactly whatever the unskillful thoughts come in, he just not take it in. If the skillful thoughts, yes, let it in. So the gatekeeper has to be wise, skillful, like a gatekeeper. That's mindfulness. of the fortress. That's a city. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. Thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ajahn. Thank you
Really.
so much for sharing your wisdom with
Thank you so much.
Theruvan Saranai.
Thanks. Next, outsourcing from Malaysia.
Good evening, Tan Ajahn. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Yes, very respectfully.
How about you, Stephanie? Steph from Oregon.
Hi, it's good to talk to you.
Yes, good to see you too.
I was gonna bring up the sutta views. Anapanakindika. I think I'm saying it wrong. He was in like a jetty grove. It's a sutta about he's a like a lay follower of the Buddha. And he didn't want to go bug the Buddha. So he went into like a jetty grove, and then there were these other wanderers, and they were just saying their different opinions. And then what he was saying was that all views are inconstant. So anything that is independently, or not independently originated, but pretty much the gist that I kind of understood was that, so that like all thoughts that are going to come up are going to be inconstant, and so not really trustworthy. So that made me kind of think that maybe the world outside, like society, like that too can be compared to views, like in the sutta, so that if we take it even further, then like it's all delusion until you're, I guess, at a jhana level where you can understand it with wisdom. Is that kind of true? Am I taking this too far?
Well, if you can see it,
any thought that come up.
Any thought based on just conventional truth.
Yes.
We have been taught all the truth that we know are all conventional.
Yes,
See?
that's what I mean. Yes,
But the absolute truth, we're not being taught that.
Yes.
The absolute truth is everything is just made up of the elements.
Yes.
Your body made up of elements. Your house, your car, everything, they're all elements. We live in the world of elements, but we interpret them in terms of being people, animal, and so forth.
But it's so stressful.
That's so right. Stressful. Yeah. But if you look at them as being elements that they form and then they have to deform, I mean, they come together for a temporary period, and then after that they separate, like our body, made from the four elements.
Yes.
And one day the four elements will separate from the body, and the body will disappear. Your house is the same thing. It doesn't last forever. When they will fall down, right? Collapse. Yeah. Everything in this world is like that. They are all elements. But we lost in delusion by thinking of the conventional truth as being the real truth.
Yes, yeah.
So we see people, we see animal, we see men, we see women, and so forth. We don't see elements.
No, but that's
If you see elements, and you say, you know that they are anicca, they are temporary, they are anatta, they are natural phenomenon.
Yeah.
If you cling to them, you get dukkha, suffering, because they only last temporarily. They don't last forever.
So just trying to be the watchman, then. That's like what we can do.
Just tell yourself that you're just looking at the elements, not human, not people, not men, not woman, not your daughter, your son, or your father, your mother.
Yeah.
Everything are elements.
Yeah.
Basically, the four elements of water, fire, wind, and earth elements, with the knowing element in the background, directing the four elements, directing the body as to what to do, what to say.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. This is the absolute truth. the real truth,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sit with that.
So look at everything like bubbles. You, me are like bubbles. Your body, my body.
The weather is,
Yeah,
that's been helpful. That's been very
they
helpful.
form and then they will fall apart one day.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Don't hold on. Don't hold on.
And don't cling to anything. They think and besides being temporarily, they also are not under our control.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can control our body, but not all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Next, Rohini, I'm sorry.
Good evening, Ajahn. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, I have no question. I'm just listening and paying my respect to Ajahn.
Okay,
So,
nice to see you.
nice to see you. Thank you.
Next, Kok Sing from Singapore.
Greeting, Ajahn. Yeah, I have finished reading your new book, Why Suffer, which covers about parents, our children, and family matters, which also includes our spouse. And what was covered in the book was actually the same as what Ajahn has been advising us about our relationship with our children, with our parents, with our spouse. So yes, so that is the reflection that I have after I read them. Yes.
You find the information useful?
Yes. Especially the one which you advise some of the singles not to get married because I remember it was translated as this body of ours is already abundant of so-called troubles, and if we were to marry someone, we will take in the additional abundance, and when we have children, and that abundance will increase further. And that reminds me, when I read this, it reminds me of what one Ajahn mentioned during a retreat about 2 years ago at Palilai there. So somebody was asking Ajahn, was asking the teaching Ajahn, the retreat Ajahn, about getting married, and the Ajahn was saying that having one person there, 5 aggregates is already a lot of problem, and then add in with children, and then it will be 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, depending on the number of children. Yeah. So now I totally agree with what was mentioned about what the retreat Ajahn mentioned and what Ajahn was saying in the book. And you also mentioned in the book by quoting what Lord Buddha mentioned about his son. When his son was born, he mentioned the word Rahula, and in the book, if I remember correctly, it was translated in English as it's a trap, it's a trap. So which is a very, very strong word. So when I say, wow, it's a trap, so when I think further, yeah, in a way it's quite true also. Yeah, because the attachment that we have for our children, in a way is a bondage, it's also a trap when we cling on to our children, when they don't study, when they don't eat. So we suffer because they don't eat, we suffer because they don't study, and so on. Yeah.
Yes, then you suffer when they don't listen to you.
Yes, correct. Yes, yeah. So yes, so in a way, yeah. So that's why Lord Buddha said that, he declared Rahula, Rahula.
So that's how the name of the son came about.
Yes.
It was not intentional to name the son Rahula, but he just uttered the word because he said, "My bondage has now risen. I have a
Yes.
bondage now."
Yes, true. Yes. So now it changed my perspective when people say, "Oh, congratulations, you have a newborn son." So now I look at it as, it's actually a trapping, a bondage. Yeah.
More headache. That's what it is. Just headache.
Dukkha to come.
Yeah. So you're not gonna have any more sons or daughters. Or it's too late already. It's too old already.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking. That Prof. Tan Yiwei was actually the same year as me in the university engineering, but I do not know him. So he took a path which was different from mine. So he became a bhikkhu. I became a householder. So I was thinking, what would it be like? Let's say if I took a different path and follow him. So yeah, so it may be very, very different.
Yes, but it's not real to think about it because you're not there.
Yes.
Unless you want to change your status and leave the family and then take up the monkhood.
Yeah, but now I have to see until my youngest child, which is a daughter, until she complete her studies and able to at least until she reached the university.
Okay, so you're trapped more or less.
Yes, I'm trapped.
It's too late to know this also. To know it now, you should know it before you giving birth.
So.
All right. Any question?
Yes. There was a thing I written down earlier. Oh yes, Ajahn. I have asked about the how that we need to push ourselves in our meditation practice, but not to the extent of counterproductive. But at the same time, how do we so-called balance this with the need to overcome like bodily pains, like the pains in the leg joints and so on, and not take it that there is a pain in my leg and this is a stress and therefore I should stop. So how do we balance these two, which seems to a bit of conflicting to me?
It's not a matter of balance. It's a matter of how to tame your mind, to not react to the pain. See? And you need a lot of mindfulness to do this. So it just depends on how much mindfulness you are able to generate. If you have enough mindfulness to generate, not to react, then you can withstand the pain and leave the pain alone. But if you don't have enough mindfulness, your mind will react, your defilement will react and want to run away from the pain or get rid of the pain. So then you eventually will have to give up sitting and get up and to relieve the pain. But if you have constant mindfulness and able to stop the mind from reacting, then the mind can live with the pain, coexist with the pain. So it's a matter of how much mindfulness are you able to generate.
How much mindfulness I'm able to generate. But if the stress but how do I know that I'm pushing myself too much that it causes too much stress, which is counterproductive?
Well, counterproductive means you're not getting any result, and it might cause you to become discouraged. Yeah. If you try too hard and you cannot get what you want. So try to do as much as you can. And just try to develop more mindfulness. Keep pushing yourself. But don't get discouraged when you don't get what you want yet. Okay.
Yeah. Prajat, can I ask one more question? Yeah. This is related to the questions which was asked earlier about dealing with difficult people in the organ. So as the question was being asked, so I was thinking about during the Lord Buddha's times, how Lord Buddha deal with people like the Venerable Devadatta, who was trying to undermine the Buddha and so on. And yes, and yeah.
What do you want to know?
No, that's more somebody was asking about how to deal with people in the workplace that who is trying to undermine other colleagues who is trying to undermine him and so on. Yeah. So I was trying to relate, following the examples of how Lord Buddha managed the Sangha when there are Sangha members who are like Lord Buddha, like Devadatta, who is trying to undermine Lord Buddha.
Well, the story was clear already. He forgave Devadatta. He didn't react or hurt Devadatta. He let the consequence of Devadatta's own bad karma take effect. So just remain calm, remain knowing and not reacting. That's what the Buddha did. The theme of the Buddha is just to merely know. What you see, just merely see. What you hear, just merely hear. Don't react to what you see, what you hear. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Next, Gary from Singapore also.
Good evening, Ajahn. I'm just here to pay my respect and listen in. No questions.
Okay. Next, Cove from California.
Hello, Ajahn. It's been about a month since my retreat, and I feel that my defilements have come back with a vengeance. I feel anger, restlessness, and I wonder if I am just too bombarded by the world now, by the sensual world, and I've been trying to practice more metta, but my meditation is not as stable, and I was wondering, what should I do?
What you lack was mindfulness. If you have mindfulness, then everything will be okay. You forget your mindfulness and you try to do something else beside mindfulness. You should be constantly mindful, either reciting a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, or keep watching what your body is doing at all times, and not thinking about other things.
Tanajan, why do these things happen, after a period of maybe more intense practice?
It's just your reaction from your retreat. When you're in retreat, you have to force your mind to be under control all the time. So after you finish your retreat, you feel like school is over. I should now take it easy and let everything, do anything, think anything, see anything I want to do. So you just throw away mindfulness that you have tried to develop during your retreat. So when there's no mindfulness left guiding your mind, then your defilement just come out easily. That's all. People, when they go to retreat, they're really, really mindful. They keep trying to stay mindful all the time. But after they finish with the retreat, it's like school is out. No need to do any study anymore. No need to be mindful anymore. People forget that they have to continue on with their mindfulness, whether they're on a retreat or not. Going on a retreat is to recharge or to generate more mindfulness, so that when you come out of your retreat, you have more mindfulness than when you started. And then you should try to maintain that level of mindfulness, not letting it disappear after you finish your retreat. You should continue on practicing mindfulness. That's what I'm trying to say. Before, during your retreat, and after your retreat. You never give up your mindfulness. This is the most important tool for the mind to tackle your defilement. Without defilement, without mindfulness, is like a town without the police. Once there's no police, then all the thieves can come out and rob the bank and rob the stores and cause all kinds of trouble for the community. When you have the police around, and the thieves don't come out, they're afraid. They have to look at the time when the police is not around. So mindfulness is like the police of the mind, and your defilements are like thieves of the mind. So if you want your mind to be peaceful and safe, then you have to be mindful all the time. You have to have police patrolling up 24 hours a day, except the time when you go to sleep.
Thank you. That's a helpful.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So mindfulness is the most important Dhamma, the Buddha said. Nothing is more important than the mindfulness. He compares the footprint of an elephant as to mindfulness. It's the biggest footprint in the jungle. No other animal has any bigger footprint than the footprints of the elephant. It's very important. If you have mindfulness, you can have anything. You can have wisdom, you can have samadhi, you can have equanimity, you can have enlightenment. Everything comes from having mindfulness. So it's very important to consider mindfulness as something very important that we have to safeguard the mind with all the time.
Yes, I think I maybe put too much emphasis on sitting meditation and ignored the mindfulness.
Well, when you
Once I
meditate,
got up.
once you get up, then you have to continue with your mindfulness as when you were sitting. But the tendency is to relax our mindfulness once we finish with our sitting meditation. Then we let the sensual pleasures come out. Oh, I should have a drink. I should have a smoke, or I should have something to eat.
Yeah. Okay. I will work on it.
Yeah. Try to maintain your mindfulness. Increase it. Don't decrease your mindfulness. Increase the level of mindfulness you have.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much, Thanajan.
Okay. Next, Nining from Indonesia. Excuse me.
Yeah, Ajahn, good evening, Ajahn. Ajahn, I am a hair donor. So I grow my hair to donate to cancer patients. In one side, I enjoy growing my hair. I prefer long hair to short hair. And the other side, I grow my hair for donation. I mean, honestly, I enjoy seeing my hair long. So need I change my attitude to my hair because I grow it for donation, but in the other side, I really enjoy seeing my hair long. Ajahn.
Yeah, that's sensual pleasure.
Yeah.
Looking at your body as being good looking, instead of looking at your body as being not good looking.
So I should change my attitude, but if I still donate my hair and grow my hair for donation, am I in the right path, Ajahn?
I think you can donate some other thing besides your hair, you know.
Oh.
It's not important to donate your hair unless you have nothing else to donate.
Oh, I see. That's why I'm confused.
And
That's why
nowadays they can buy wigs. They don't have to use your hair, you know.
yeah. Because
artificial hair, they have artificial hair they can use. You just donate money if you have money, and shave your head like me.
Yeah.
Every month. It's better that way. Then you don't have to worry about looking after your hair. It's so easy. Every day when you take a shower, you can wet your hair and no problem. You can wash it with soap and dry it real quickly. As free, he has no problem.
Actually, I ever bulk my hair, Ajahn. When pandemic, I just challenge myself. I want to make it bulk and I donate my hair to the cancer patient. But I bulk my hair and I enjoy. I think I don't have any problem with that condition.
You still attached to the beauty of your body, see. So you want to grow your hair.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You use the excuse for growing it to donate.
That's why I tell myself that I should ask Ajahn because I think there is something wrong with this.
Yeah.
I know that this is I think it's something wrong, but I don't know what happened.
Yes. The shorter your hair, the less attachment you have to for your body. The longer your hair, it means the more attachment you have for your body.
Okay, Ajahn, I understand now. I will be more better.
That's why the Buddha asked the monk to shave once a month. He doesn't want the monks to be attached to their look, their appearance.
Yeah, even the monk are not allowed to use the mirror. Am I correct, Ajahn?
That's right, not even to use mirror. Because when they look at themselves in the mirror, they can become obsessed with what they see.
Yeah. Okay, Ajahn, I'm very thankful for the teaching because the more I understand about how should I be and what attitude should I have
Okay.
for walking in this path.
Okay, next time show me your understanding by shaving your head for me.
Maybe short, but not bald.
Understand, but don't take no action yet.
Yeah, I will prove it because vision without execution is hallucination. Okay, I will prove it to Ajahn.
All right.
The next practice in Kochi on. I still
All right.
manage the time. Okay, Ajahn.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
Next, Alfredo. Alfredo from Sao Paulo.
Hi, Bante.
How are you?
It's good. Practicing. Alone life, Bante.
Alone.
Buddhist life.
Alone, but not lonely. Alone, but not
Lonely,
lonely.
lonely.
Are you lonely? Are you sad being alone?
No, it's normal. It's normal.
Okay,
In
good.
Sampajana, né, Bante? Sampajana.
Uh-huh.
The
If you
mind
have
is
peaceful, happy,
yeah, more or less, more or less.
mhm.
The life continues, né, Bante?
Life
Yeah,
goes on. Life goes on, huh?
life goes on. Life goes on.
Yes. Getting older and older, and eventually life stop. Doesn't go on forever.
But I have a question, Bante.
Uh-huh.
If Buddhas say that for jhana is secret for monks, why the peoples talk about for jhana? For jhana is secret because is danger for the peoples to talk about for jhana?
No, it's talking about it to learn about fourth jhana is education. But to brag that you have fourth jhana, this is not good.
Not
Because
good to say this.
because people don't know whether you actually have the fourth jhana or not. See, you could be bragging and lying, or you could be accused of telling lies, because you cannot bring out the fourth jhana and tell people how it looks like, right?
Yes.
But
Not used to such, né?
Yeah, you can talk about it. You can learn about fourth jhana, but you should not tell people whether you have fourth jhana or not.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
tell people that you are enlightened or not, because if people don't believe you, then they can accuse you for being preposterous, for being lying or not telling the truth.
Yes. Yes. The knowing element is not it's not to say, it's to realize, né, Bante?
Yes, the Dhamma is to realize liberation, vimutti, freedom from suffering.
Yes. And stop about this is not it's not necessary to our mind. The important is practice, né, Bante? It's
That's
Sampajana,
right.
Sat Sampajana.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Bante.
Keep working at it. Okay.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I mean, in retire all life.
Good. To the last breath. There's a talk, I think, by Ajahn Mahabur, translated as
Yeah.
to the last breath. Yeah. Practice until your
Oh.
last breath. Okay.
Oh yes.
See you.
Thanks.
Next,
See you.
Nita and Saket from Pune.
Good evening, Ajahn.
So how are you getting along with your new community?
Yes, Rajan. I think things are moving along well.
Uh-huh.
And I had a question around caring for parents again. I am a little confused about somebody said that when we're doing 8 precepts, then the one about not lying, it's kind of like don't lie, don't use divisive speech, don't use harsh speech, and don't use idle chatter. It's like all of those.
Not in the 8 precept. The 8 precept only abstaining from telling lies.
Okay.
The others are more for monks or ordained people who are supposed to be more respectable. So they have to speak soft, nicely, not harsh word or speak foul language.
Yes. And Frajan, my question was that, when I'm spending time with my parents, I try to make them relax. And so I use I tell them some jokes, or I kind of, just do some kind of, just banter to make them relax a little bit, not be so tight. Would that classify as idle chatter? Is that something, I'm just trying to understand right speech and yeah.
No, if you have a purpose, using your languages are to relax people, and this is it's not idle chatter. Idle chatter is mean you're just sitting there and you don't know what to talk about, so you start talk about this or that, with no real purpose of talking at all.
Okay.
But if you have any specific purpose, like you want to make your parents relax, so you might say something light and easy and make them happy, make them laugh and smile, something, telling a joke or something like that. But make sure that it doesn't backfire. Maybe they don't want to listen to what you're trying to say.
They let me know when it becomes too much. That's right.
Okay. So you have to be sure first that they appreciate your effort.
Yes.
Sometimes it can tend to be a bother for them.
Yes. And Frajan, I also wanted to thank Diana Anjali from King City,
Yes.
who had suggested an animated show of Wat San Fran. Because I could show those videos to my parents and they really enjoyed them. This is the first time that they've enjoyed some Buddhist stories, and I was really grateful that I could show something which is other than, they see the news and all this other divisive things on TV otherwise.
Yes. I think she must be happy when she hear this.
Yes. It was certainly really a milestone, which otherwise are very serious and very tight, and they see the news and they worry the world is falling apart. And Frajan, I was wondering that is that also like if I'm sitting with them when they're watching kind of some TV show and things of that sort, should I be just putting it on and going out of the room if I want to keep the 8 precepts, or it's okay to sit with them and just know that it's for their good that I'm doing this? It's not for my entertainment.
Well, it depends on how you react to what you see. If you don't enjoy, or you just merely sit there and just merely see what you see without reacting to what you see, you're there not because you want to watch, but you're there just to keep them company. So it depends on the purpose of you and how you react to what you see. If you're not reacting, you don't get angry or sad from what you see, then it doesn't bother your mind. It's okay. But if you start to be disturbed from what you see, then you might have to excuse yourself and say, go someplace else to settle your mind. Don't let your mind become restless or agitated from what you see or hear.
Yes, that was all from me for today. Thank you so much, Frajan.
Okay, Anita.
I have one question, Prajan. So last week we attended a funeral of a young person who was just 33, and she just collapsed and passed away. And this was the first time I saw a dead body up so close. I could touch the body. I had to do makeup on that person. And then I saw we took her to the pyre, and then I saw the body burning, and that was on my birthday. So we had plans in the morning of going with the family, and suddenly we got this news and we went there, and it was a shocking experience, very sad. Everybody was shocked and everybody was extremely sad. So it was intense. it was a good practice, Dhamma practice in a way. But at the same time, when I came back home, I was feeling fearful. All the time the face kept coming in front of me, and I couldn't sleep properly. I was fearful, and I was thinking, how should I be dealing with such fear? Maybe fear of my own death, or fear of ghosts, fear of spirits. There was this fear.
Well, if you fear of your own death, you have to tell yourself that your body and her body is the same. One day your body will also be like her body. We cannot escape this. Everybody's body will have to one day stop functioning. And if you're afraid of ghosts, then you compare her face to your face. Yeah. Her face is made up of skin and hair. Your face is also made up of skin and hair. Yeah, her body and your body are all made up of the same thing. So if you're afraid of that body, why are you not afraid of your own body? Use sensibility, okay? Understand what I'm trying to say? Compare your body to her body. Everything is the same, right? 32 parts. She has a 32 part. She got hair of the head, hair of the body, nails, skin, teeth. You also have the same thing. So what are you scared of? The hair, her hair, or your hair? Yeah. The same, isn't it? Her hair and your hair is different. Are they different? So what is that to be scared of? If you cannot yet investigate, then you have to stop your mind from reacting by chanting or reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. It means your mindfulness is not strong enough yet to stop the mind from reacting. Once you can stop reacting, then you can start to teach your mind with wisdom. And her body and your body is the same, like identical twin. Everything that happens to her will happen to your body one day. So, but you need to have a calm mind to reflect, to be able to understand this truth. If your mind is not calm, your defilement will react, will not want to accept this truth yet. Okay?
Yes, Rajan. I will reflect more on why I'm scared, what I'm scared of.
Yeah. The worst thing that can happen is death anyway. What else can you be scared of? Yeah? Other thing that cannot cause you to die, except the death of your own body. We are all afraid of dying, that's all. And everything else is leading to that death, you know.
Yes, too much attachment to the body.
That's right. Still belong to you, still think that it is you. Search for your body. Where am I in this body? Am I in the head, in the hair? Am I in the teeth? Am I in the heart, the lungs? If you go through the 32 parts, you'll find that there's no you in any part of this body at all. It's just your delusion, you to claim that you are the body and the body is you. So you need to use sensibility to teach your mind the truth. Okay.
Yes, I will contemplate on that. Thank you, Rajan.
Good. You're welcome. Next, Mandy. Hi, Mandy.
Ajahn, thank you, and thank everyone for their questions today. It definitely helps with my own. I don't have any questions offhand. I do notice loneliness creeping in, and I suppose more meditation is the cure for that.
Yeah, needed. You need to meditate more to calm your mind. then you can then reduce your cravings. The craving that is the cause of your loneliness, craving for sensual pleasures, sensual, craving for people or things.
Yeah, I feel like like people's opinions of how I should be, how my parents think I should be, that I should have a life worth living and move forward with acquiring somebody around me, with maintaining a certain image. I'm sorry, timing. Somebody's ringing the doorbell.
They're just being delusional to think that to live their lifestyle is good for you. When you know better than that, you know that the best way for the best lifestyle for you is to be alone and be peaceful, be content with yourself.
I understand. I'm sorry for the disturbance.
So let them give whatever advice they want. This is natural for them, for people to always giving advice to other people. And the best way to deal with this is just to nod your head. Okay. Don't try to argue or anything. It can become a problem when you start to argue with them. But it's your life. You can decide. You're the one who can choose. They don't live your life. You have to live your life. So you have to choose the life that is suitable for you.
Okay.
You know everybody's opinion. When I told my dad I wanted to become a mom, he became very sad. He said, "Why do you want to become a mom? Yeah. You're not a beggar. You can earn a living. You thought being a monk is being a beggar." Because they don't understand the Buddhist concept of renunciation. They thought you need to have lots of things, right, to be happy, to be respectable. You need to have money. You have to have all the all the things that people do have. But are they happy really? They're not happy. They always worry, how long will this thing last? Can they lose all this in one day? Like today, like right now, people are worried. Look at the stock market. Look at all the money lost in the stock market in just a few days. Are they happy? People with lots of money invested in the stock market. I think they want to kill themselves.
Right.
So don't worry about people giving you their opinion, as long as you know what the right opinion should be. The opinion that's given by the Buddha. Just follow the opinion that's given by the Buddha. It's a true way to peace and happiness. Everything else are all suffering. Ways towards suffering, not ways toward happiness or free from suffering. But people don't understand. They don't see the result that appears inside the mind of the Buddha. How happy the Buddha is compared to when he was a prince. When he was a prince, he was horrified every time he think about his body getting old, getting sick and die. But after his enlightenment, his mind become peaceful and happy all the time. And he living like a beggar, having no material possession at all. So you should just listen to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. as your guide, as your instructor, your teacher. Other people, they can teach you anything they want. Just nod your head, but you don't have to follow what they say.
Okay.
If the teaching contradict the teaching of the Buddha, then you should take the Buddha's teaching instead.
That makes sense.
That's why we take the refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Refuge here actually means using them as our teacher, our guide. Okay, any question?
Yes. No, I will continue to follow that and continue to try to be mindful and catch when I'm thinking based on somebody else's advice.
Yes. Always look at the Buddha as your model. What does the Buddha did? Did he wants to have lots of money? Did he wants to have, lots of possession? No. He just want to be alone, live in the forest. That's where he found real happiness. Yeah. Contentment. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Next, we in check. Would you like to follow the Buddha's way? His way of life? Be a homeless? Not yet.
Unfortunately, but
You still want to be in the trap, right? Trap with your son.
so stupid.
But Ajahn, for after we've been to to the place like Wat Yan, then the way I see even for a monk who wants to practice also need to have a kind of well supported by the communities.
Well, it depends, what do you mean by well supported? Some monk can live quite frugally, and someone will look at the life at Wat Yan as being over supported even, Like when I go to on arms round, I have 300 or 400 people giving food. What do I do with all this food, But it just happened naturally, so. But if you go live alone in the forest and you go collect food in the village, you probably you only get a few people giving food to you. So what you see is still not the true picture of what the Buddha had to experience when he left the palace.
Okay. So for those Dutanga monks, sometimes if they couldn't find food, so they don't take food for the whole day then.
Yeah, if they cannot find food, what can they do? They just have to go look for a new village to collect food the next morning. If they cannot collect food from this village, then they have to move to a new nearby village. But if they eat simply, they can just eat anything. Maybe just empty rice and nothing else. Just plain rice. I mean, not empty rice, but plain rice. With some salt, maybe. Sprinkle with some salt, and that's good enough to fill your stomach.
But in terms of staying, then they just live in the jungle, or there's no food.
If you study the biography of Ajahn, he spent nearly 10 years in the jungle of northern Thailand and living with the hill tribe people, collecting food from the hill tribe people. And hill tribe people, they don't have much, much food like city people do. but he enjoyed the solitude. He enjoyed the peace of the jungle, of the forest. So he's willing to pay the price of living quite frugally and quite austerely. I think the monk at Wat Yan, the food that people give to the monks is better than the people themselves eat. Because people, they believe in giving good things so that they can then reap the good things from giving good things in their future life, maybe, so that they reap the same thing back. If you give good things away, you'll get good things back in your next life.
Like Dana.
Yeah.
Dana, just now you mentioned about mindfulness is kind of like the footprint, elephant footprint, right, in the jungle. Like, so when ones want to do dana, they also need mindfulness to do it.
Yes, if you're drunk, you cannot you cannot give dana, can you?
Drunk and just give up things.
When you're drunk, it means you're not mindful anymore. You cannot control your mind. You cannot tell your mind what to do. Then you let the defilement be the one to tell your mind what to do.
That's right. Okay. So everything need mindfulness.
Yes, every level of Dhamma practice need mindfulness. Vary from the intensity of mindfulness. With dana, maybe not as much. With sila, you might need more mindfulness than dana. And with higher precept, you need more mindfulness. You need mindfulness for 5 precepts, then you need more mindfulness to keep the 8 precepts. Then you need mindfulness to meditate. Then when you investigate for wisdom, you also need mindfulness to be the one to direct your mind to investigate asubha or anicca or anatta.
And that requires higher and higher mindfulness.
Because if you don't have enough mindfulness, your mind will be hijacked by your defilements.
One last question, Ajahn. How do we contemplate the arising of feelings and the disappearance of feeling or vanishing of feelings?
Well, look at today. How many feelings do you have today? Do you have one feeling or you have many different feelings?
Many different feelings.
Okay, that's what you contemplate on. My feeling keep changing all the time, right? And can you control them? Can you tell them today I want only good feelings? Can you tell them?
No.
Okay, they are anatta, right? They're like the weather. They're natural phenomena. They're anicca, they keep changing. If you cling to any one of them, you get what? Dukkha. If you only want good feelings, and when you lose the good feeling, you feel sad, you feel bad. That's dukkha already. But if you don't cling to good feeling or bad feeling or neutral feeling, you just let them come and go as they like, and you have no dukkha. Our problem is we cling to good feeling and we despise bad feeling, right? So when the good feeling disappear, you feel bad, you feel sad. When the bad feeling arises, you feel bad. That's because you only want good feelings. So you have to reprogram your mind to like all the 3 feelings, not just the good feeling only. Because you are being fed with 3 types of feeling all the time. Sometimes good feeling, sometimes bad feeling, sometimes neutral feeling. So reprogram your mind to accept all of them. Don't despise or don't choose. I only want good feeling. I don't want bad feeling or neutral feeling. But people like only good feelings, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when they don't get good feeling, how they react? They react bad. They react sadly or depressed sometimes. But if you can accept any type of feeling, then your mind can remain calm and peaceful in equanimity. So you understand now the changing of anicca feelings?
Yes.
Okay. You live with it every day and you don't even see it.
No mindfulness.
No mindfulness, no wisdom. When you want to have a cup of coffee, you start to feel bad already. When will I get my cup of coffee? You know, and after you have your cup of coffee, you feel good for a while. Then after a while, this feeling of good from having a cup of coffee disappear, and you feel neutral, and you feel it's not bad, it's not good, so I have to find something to make it good again. So maybe I should watch something or listen to something. So you keep chasing after good feelings from the sensual objects all the time. If you practice, if you have wisdom, then you don't run after feeling. You let them come and go as they like. You just keep watching them, accepting them for whatever they are. But people today, most people anyway, without mindfulness or wisdom, they will keep chasing after good feeling. The pursuit of happiness, right? This is what people do. The pursuit of happiness. And they keep pursuing because happiness keep running away from them. It's like chasing after your own shadow. You know what? Can you catch your own shadow? When the shadow casts in front of you and you try to run after it, and they keep running away from you. Only when you stop chasing them, then they'll stop running away from you. So stop your mind from chasing after a good feeling. Let them come and go by themselves. Accept that they are temporary. They keep changing. Like the weather, I always come back to the weather. Sometimes you have rain, sometimes you have snow, sometimes you have earthquakes.
Yeah.
Everything is like the weather. People like the weather. Feelings like the weather. The emotions are like the weather. The body is like the weather. Sometimes it gets sick. You don't want it to get sick, but it gets sick anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you control your body? No, not all the time. Some of the time. Can you stop it from getting old, getting bald?
No.
Okay. So try to change your mind. Not try to go chase after a certain type of feeling or certain type of appearance. Just let things come and go. Let them change. Because you cannot change them. You cannot control them. Then you won't be restless or agitated or frustrated or anxious or worried. Good enough for tonight?
Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Belinda from Singapore. So what are you chasing after now, Belinda? Wealth? Satisfaction from something or somebody?
Ajahn, what you just taught just now, I've been buying flowers, and then I would arrange flowers and I would enjoy the beauty, and I still present it to the Buddha, and I'll wait for it to wither.
and then do it again.
Then I do it again. And every time he returns, I say, okay, it's changed. It's like, yes, I see. I practice it from a relative aspect, like that. And I still do it, and I don't think it's a waste of money. It's nature, and it sort of helps me to see, to enjoy. Because I do not know how to balance that. Like, it's very painful to see ending.
But everything comes to an end, right? One day.
Yes. So
don't be painful when you see it end, that's all.
yes, and then I take a photo when it's very beautiful, and I take a photo when it returns. And then I'm still in a like I like to take photographs. So when I was at Culture when I have the phone with me, when it's the mind get very stressed up, I fish up the phone and take photo of the toke, the samba deer. So that's a way to escape, and I'm aware of that. It's at this point now, Ajahn. So I'm still chasing, and I chase using consciously seeing things go impermanent.
If you see them as impermanent, then you don't go chase after them. You don't see them as impermanent. You still go out chase after them.
I'm aware, like sometimes, Ajahn, I can feel like it goes really. Sometimes it's when it happens. It's
Your
really,
awareness, and your action are not in tune with each other. You're aware, but your reaction is not accepting.
Yes, it's conflicting, and I'm aware that it's conflicting, and yes, I'm afraid like I push too hard, then it may rebound. It may be like suppressed too hard, or like So I'm still navigating on this, and I don't know.
Just look at your reaction, whether you become sad or not, you become stressful or not from these things. One day you'll see that they are dukkha, they are stressful, they are sad.
Yes.
So why then bother with them? Why don't you just leave them alone? Because your mind is still busy, your mind is not calm, not peaceful. It's still craving for things.
Yes. Yes. It's such a it's quiet inside.
You're not practicing mindfulness enough. You're not meditating enough. You're not getting the fourth jhana yet. So your mind will still keep on grasping for this and that.
There's a fear of death, I think, Ajahn. There's a fear, the sense of losing that living, like there's a grasping for even breath.
That's because you want to cling to life.
Yes, there's this thing that's clinging.
If you don't cling to life, then it doesn't matter when you die. But you still cling to life. You want life to go on forever, despite the fact that you know it's gonna end. Your knowledge is one thing, but your reaction is another thing. They're not in tune with each other yet. You have to fine-tune your reaction to be in tune with the truth, with the knowledge that you have learned. That is, you have to be happy with death, accepting death when it comes. Because that's the truth. That's the truth, right?
Then there's a fear that I like mentally spiral into
if you don't practice mindfulness, you can spiral. But if you have mindfulness, you can keep the mind calm and not reacting, as if nothing has happened. Because the body and you and the mind is two separate persons. But the mind doesn't have mindfulness, it has defilement. So defilement keep creating fear, keep creating anxiety and worry and sadness. There's a saying that says there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Death is not something you have to fear. It's the fear of death that you have to be afraid of. Because it's the fear that's causing you the suffering, not the death of the body. And we can stop the fear by using mindfulness and wisdom, teaching the mind to accept death, accept anicca, the truth. The law of nature is anicca, anatta. Once you accept, then there will be no dukkha or sadness. Okay?
Ayo tak Ajahn. Just listening this brings about a lot of tears, a lot of sadness. Like, oh.
What is there to be sad about?
Uh,
You cannot change anything anyway, right? By being sad, can you change things to be otherwise? When you become sad, can you stop death happening or not?
it feels like this, Ajahn. Like, actually, this part I didn't share with the community here. The very first time when we met, I couldn't speak as I was sitting there, and the first thing that hit was the first noble truth. When I saw you, Ajahn, that's really dukkha, and that dukkha is the fear of dukkha, Ajahn, like that. That's why the escape, like the deluded, why we born in the first place.
Okay.
The fear of dukkha, Ajahn.
Yeah, dukkha is not to be feared.
Yes, the
Because
embrace.
dukkha is created by your own delusion. Not seeing the truth. See? If you see the truth of anicca, anatta, then there will be no dukkha.
The resistance to embrace, the resistance to accept.
Yeah, to accept anicca, to accept anatta.
Yes.
Okay. Try to accept, teach your mind to accept by constantly thinking about it. By teaching all the time, then the mind will gradually begin to accept the truth. Once you keep telling it that this is what's going to happen. That's why the Buddha taught us to always remember that we are subjected to aging, sickness, and death, and separation from the ones we love. Just keep teaching the mind this, then one day the mind will gradually accept it and will not feel sad when things happen.
Tanya, sometimes I'm afraid to see you. Like, there's also sometimes I don't want to see people.
That's aversion. That's aversion.
Yes, because I'm afraid of separation. So I rather not to like spend too much time together. Sometimes I just cut off before the nature cut it off.
Well, it's good to not have any contact with as many people as you can. But you still live, you still are human, and you still have to live with other people. So don't try to have any aversion for these people that you still have to live with.
Not aversion, it's more attachment. Because it's so attached that I rather like it's sort of deluded control, I guess. So I rather make that choice not to see the person because it will end eventually. So I rather choose to do it.
How can you make the choice not to see when you are attached to them?
Say again, Tanya.
You say you are attached to people and you want to make the choice of not seeing them. How can you do that? They're in contradiction.
Like, for instance, when I remember, like, the last day I was at Wat Yan, the very first time I was there, and like, and it was last day I could have done that to you. But then I said, like, hey, yeah, it's better that I practice and then not to like cling onto your form, because it would be a farewell anyway. Whether I dana or not dana, it will be farewell eventually. So then the very last day, I choose not to see you in person to dana. I just stay in the hall and dana the sangha. I try to see Ajahn as part of sangha, so that if you leave, I don't feel so painful, because the sangha is still here. So I try to see another sangha so that I don't cling you as an individual and then like that. I'm not sure if that works, but that's how I cope.
Well, you know inside yourself whether you're clinging or not.
It's still clinging, but it is at this. It's work in progress now. Just okay.
It means you still cling. If you still have issue with me, then it means you still cling to me.
So actually, I have many teachers. I'm afraid to cling on to one teacher. So I see people are teachers. I see different teachers. So
Yeah, you should take me or leave me. You can take me or leave me. Take it or leave it.
I take you as a sangha, and I try to see you as a sangha. Although I know there's like affinity, strong affinity. Like I'm just like my elderly, my guide. Yeah, but then I need to know where, and then I don't know strategy. Sometimes
You cannot make me into a sangha. I am who I am. You're just delusional, trying to change me. You should just take me as I am, or not take me. You can take me or leave me. Whatever happens. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not here, I'm not here. You can take both. You can take both ways.
Yes. It's not meant to be a choice. You just have to accept, right? That it's life. It's like that.
That's what I mean. You have to accept me whether life or death. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So I'm afraid to cling on to Ajahn sometimes. Like,
Why should you be afraid if you can take me either way? Take me alive or take me dead.
I see.
You still don't want me dead, right? You still want me to be alive.
But it's not a choice, no? If you have to go, you have to go.
That's right. So what's the issue then? Then what is the issue? If you see that if you have to go, you have to go. The issue is you still don't want it to. You still don't want me to go. I think I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But there shouldn't be any issue with me whether I live or die with you.
Yeah, I cannot talk to you direct right now, like Papa. But I guess I would see you in the Dhamma by practicing.
Who knows? You might not see me again.
We can't see the Buddha, but the Buddha said you see the Dhamma, we see you.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Next intern from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajahn.
How do you feel? You feel better after you retreat here?
Yes.
You have any improvement?
Yes.
Do you take any improvement with you when you go back to Indonesia?
Yes.
Like what?
What? This is I want to talk to Ajahn. Sometimes my friends, also my brother, don't understand my changing. Like example, before I learn with Ajahn, I'm very active. Can say every weekend I'm not at home. I meet many people, many friends. We socialize, go to cafe, go to restaurant, go to traveling. But now I enjoy at home. Mostly I working from home. So like my brother think I'm stressed. My friend also always ask me why now I don't want to meet them and don't want to eat at the restaurant or cafe, don't want to socialize, but why I just alone at home. I explain to them, but they don't understand. So if I ask myself, I think now I more enjoy and I'm more happy when I'm at home and I can meditation or learn Prajna Dhamma talk. So it is right if I ignore the opinion Prajna.
Well, you should know yourself. You shouldn't ask me whether you should ignore them or not. If I give you the answer, then you don't know whether you passed the test or not. See?
For me, I enjoy.
Okay. What is better than being happier? Which one is happier, being alone or being with other people?
Be alone.
Okay, then why ask me then? Why ask me whether it's right or not? You should be the one to know which is right. We are looking for happiness. There are two types of happiness: happiness of being alone and meditating, and happiness with people. But the happiness, when you found the happiness from meditation, you'll find that the happiness from meditation is much better than the happiness socializing with people. So that's why you change. Before you used to be outgoing, you used to go join people to do activities, but now you find that that type of happiness is not as good as the new type of happiness you found from meditation.
Yes.
So it's
No,
simple.
I also.
Why should you ask?
Now I also think I more enjoy if I just eat once a day. So I no need to think what I should to eat. I just it's okay. I just to eat once a day.
That's right. The Buddha said the taste of Dhamma surpasses all other tastes. Right? The taste of contentment, the taste of equanimity, the taste of peace and calm. So do more retreat, not
Yes.
less.
Next month I also go to retreat.
Okay.
But just for a week.
Okay. Go as much as you can. Do as much as you can. Retreat is good for the mind.
Yes, Rajan.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, I want to ask about Prajna. Explain in Prajna book, sensual pressure. Prajna explain. Sometimes someone after get samadhi, if they don't keep their mind, when they do a lot dana, the mind can get back to the dana step. So we need to keep our mind. I want to confirm from Ajahn. It means we need to keep our mind in the samadhi state. So if we want to dana, we just simple dana, no need to
Spend a lot of time.
more preparation or
Yeah.
wasting too much time.
Right. You want to spend all your time for meditation because you get much better result and much more benefit than from giving dana. So, but you still give dana if you still can afford, if you have resources more than you can use, then you can spend it on dana, helping other people. But you don't want to to do it in a way that will take away your time from meditation. The easiest way is just to transfer money into, wire transfer or something like that. But if you don't want to be bothered with dana, then give out all the money that you have away and keep only what you need. Then stop doing dana. Then concentrate on doing meditation, becoming like a monk. Yeah. A monk give up all his possession, his money, and then he can concentrate on his meditation. Because the more input, the more effort you put for meditation, the more benefit you'll get from your input, from your effort. Meditation can get you to enlightenment, get you to nibbana, but dana cannot get you there. Dana can only get you to heaven. But if you want to get to nibbana, you have to do meditation. Okay?
Okay, understand, Prajahn. Thank you for Prajahn teaching.
You're welcome. Hi, Nigel. How long have you been away?
Yes, long time no see. How are you, Ajahn?
You're from Hong Kong or
Yes,
Singapore?
I'm from Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, okay.
Yes. Thank you for your teaching and your wisdom. Your teaching is very inspirational.
You're welcome.
Could I ask some questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, this is about some social phenomena. So, in this society, we can see that many parents like to interfere too much of their children's life. And there's a news that a parent try to control his daughter, try to control his son, which is a doctor, even when he is already 30 years old, and she would like to control her son to give all of his salary to her, and like to control who he wants to marry, something like that. If this is the case, how could we cope with that?
Just separate yourself from them. Go live in a separate place. Don't live together.
But okay, so we need not listen to all of our parents' instruction or commands if it is bad for us, right?
Well, you can listen to them and you can decide whether it's beneficial or not, and whether you like to do it or not also. You're grown up now, you should be your own person. You should be able to decide what to do with yourself. Sometimes they just overreach, they have their attachment and they want to, they think that you're still a baby,
Yeah.
But you should not react to them angrily or anything like that. Be polite with them all the time. But you can be polite, but at the same time separate yourself from them. Go find your own house, live your own life.
Some people will comment that this is not in line with filial piety. How could we explain to them?
You still look after them, but you don't live with them, that's all. You still call them on the phone, ask them how they're doing, look after them if they need some help, if they're sick, if they have to go to the hospital. Do whatever you have to do for them if they need to, but you don't have to live with them. If living with them can be a problem.
Okay. The second question of me is also a social phenomenon. So Buddhists are taught to be kind to others, but how should we react if others take advantage of our kindness over and over again?
Well, we stop giving them kindness, then we use equanimity.
Okay.
Okay.
The third question is that I listened from the scripture and some Ajahns teaching that if we command a Araya, a noble people to work for us, then this is a bad karma. So what if someone is our son or daughter, but he is a noble people? Then how should, if we are the parent, how should we do? Like we should avoid commanding them at all, should we?
No. See, you have to understand that being an enlightened person is something mental, not something physical. Your physical relationship with your parents is still the same. You still have to show respect to your parents, even if you are enlightened. And your parents can still scold you and teach you and tell you what to do. This relationship doesn't change.
But will this
from you becoming enlightened? You still have respect for your parents. You still show respect to them when you meet them, even if you're enlightened. Enlightened is like graduating from college, Don't change your status with your parents after you graduate from college.
So what if we are the parents and then will this incur bad karma to ourselves if our daughter or our son, like if it's like our son or daughter become an arahant, so will this incur bad karma to us?
By what? By doing what?
By commanding them, like because I read it from the scripture that a person command his friend who has become an araya to give him a comb give a comb for herself, and then because of this bad karma, she was reborn into a slave so many lifetimes.
I don't know about the story, but as far as I'm concerned, your relationship with other people should remain the same, regardless of whether you're enlightened or not.
Okay.
And because sometimes people don't know that you're enlightened, so what do you expect them to do? Or if they know that you're enlightened, what do you expect them to do to you? Bow to you? No, I don't think so. I think you should treat each other with kindness, loving kindness, regardless of whether you're enlightened or not.
Okay. And the fourth question is, like in the Sutta, the Buddha said that by donating to a bad people, and that without sila, the merit is still greater than donating to an animal tenfold. May I know why is that? Like, is a very, very bad person, then yeah, may I know the rationale behind it?
Well, very bad people can also change to become good people, like Angulimala. So the Buddha taught Angulimala until he became enlightened. But animal cannot become enlightened.
Oh, okay. Thank you for explanation.
Okay.
And for the fifth question is about an arahant. I have heard from something that an arahant, their mindfulness and defilement is together. So whenever they have defilement arise, their mindfulness will know immediately, and the defilement will goes away. So is that true, or arahant have no more defilement? Yeah.
It's just how you want to define no more is, defilement, craving. There might be craving, but there might not be any what you call, there is wisdom also at the same time. When you crave for something, wisdom says this dukkha, so you can stop it.
Oh, so arahants still have some sort of defilement, but it will not affect.
I cannot confirm that, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Worry about yourself. Can you have the same thing at the same time or not?
Okay. Hmm.
If you
Okay.
have you have the same thing at the same time, then you don't let your defilement push you around, right? Every time there's defilement, you stop them right away.
Okay. So the last question is about Nibbana. So in Nibbana, only this knowing element left after an Arahant dies, only this knowing element left. And so is this knowing element blend with others Arahants or Buddha's element? And yeah.
No, they're all separated. They don't join together
Okay.
into a club or something like that, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Each individual knowing element just existing alone by itself.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Ajahn. Your Dhamma talk helped us a lot. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Lynn from Indonesia.
Good evening, Tan Ajahn. Hope you are well.
I am, thank you. And
Good.
you?
I'm very good, actually. Do I still have enough time to report on my progress?
If you can do it briefly.
Okay, I will. I'll do very quickly. So
Okay.
to answer your challenges from last week, you told me that no pain, no gain.
Yes.
Yes, I tried to meditate a lot harder. So there was one seat and the ants came back. And I knew that I need to have my mindfulness stronger. So I recited a very fast mantra from the long version to a shorter version until I just stayed with my breath. And at that moment of time, the pain just out of a sudden, I don't know why it happened. It's just gone for 1 second or two. And then I started to focus on my breath again. I can notice that my breath from heavy breath, short, light breath, short, and then light, long, and light out, long, and out, and in, long also. So at that time, I realized that the pain, as what you have said, was not as painful as what I had experienced before. So there was a sudden of peacefulness at that time. So I can feel that the pain was still there, and then I can still stay with my breath. So like what you said, no pain, no gain, that's true.
That's good.
Yeah. And then the second challenge that you asked me to sit for a longer period of time, to stay at one spot for 6 hours or so. So
Yes.
I managed to do that over 6 hours. So I'm very happy with my progress actually. But thank you so much for your
You
guidance.
feel calmer after that 6 hour?
Yes, I feel calmer. During the 6 hours, I can see the pain comes and goes. And then restlessness also comes and goes. And then boredom also at the same time.
Yeah. But you find that you are able more able now to manage, to control your restlessness.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
And you can be peaceful and calm, having nothing to do. You can be happy having nothing to do, right?
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. And lastly, I have finished reading your new book. And then there was one part that I liked, which says that true happiness is in us, and it is real and it is permanent.
That's right. Nibbanang paramang sunyang, nibbanang paramang sukhang.
Yeah.
That's the happiness within our knowing element in our mind. Okay, try to get there, try to make it happen.
Thank you so much, Ajahn. Thank you so much for your guidance.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome. Next, Justine. Are you back in Canada or California, or where are you now?
How are you, Ajahn?
Where are you now?
I'm in California right now.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Yes. So I was reading the sutta the other day, and the Buddha compared sense pleasure to a charcoal pit and a blazing grass torch. So they provide much suffering and much despair, causing death or deadly suffering, and the danger in them is great. So I was wondering, aside from seeing sense pleasures as merely the four elements, what is the best way to see them as nothing but danger and suffering?
You see them as poison. You don't want to take them. If you know this drink is gonna cause you death, you don't want to drink it, right?
Yes.
Okay, look at everything like poison. They will hurt your mind sooner or later. At first they'll give you pleasure, but afterward they get you hooked to it, hooked to them. And when you're hooked to them and when you cannot have them, then you start to feel the pain. They are like addiction, they are like drugs, habit forming. So don't try to have anything to do with them. Don't use them as to make you happy. That's what I mean. Use meditation instead. Replace your sensual pleasure with meditation. Because meditation has no side effect. Doesn't cause you any suffering. But with sensual pleasure, they can cause you suffering when you no longer have them. When you want them and you cannot get them, then you will feel bad, feel terrible.
Thank you, Thana.
Okay, that all?
Yes.
All right, go to B, Lorraine. Hi, B.
Hi, Prajan. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I was going to get on my way back, but I just wanted to say hi and let you know that next week I'll be in Pattaya and I'll be visiting you at your kuti to attend one of your talks next week, Prajan.
Yeah, next week is a big holiday, 5-day holiday.
Yes, it's the Songkran holiday.
Thai
So
New
I'll
Year,
be,
Thai New Year.
yes. So I will be going to visit you and pay my respects to you.
Okay, see you then. Are
Oh,
you
and
driving?
Prajan, just one observation. Oh, yes, I'm driving. This time I'm going with my dad, just the two of us.
Mm.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you again, Prajan. And just to share that I find that meditation does help if I do mindfulness before. So I will continue to work on that. And
Yes, you should keep being mindful all the time in your waking hours, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Try to do as much mindfulness as you can. You can do it along with what you do. You can be taking a shower and you can also maintain mindfulness at the same time.
yes, that's true. But I tend not to.
Yeah, you want to wander and go think about other things at the same time.
It's very easy for the mind to wander, but it's very
Yes.
difficult to maintain mindfulness for a long time. So
It's
that's
ve-
something I know I need to work on.
Yeah, the mind has been like that for a long time. So it takes a lot of effort to reverse the process.
Yes, these perfecting, Prajan.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will work on that, Prajan. But thank you so much for the teachings today. I think it just helps to serve as a reminder for me to keep going and not to give up.
Yes, we have no choice. We just have to keep going. Because behind us are all the bad things. If we go back, we'll get into more suffering, not more happiness.
Yes, I don't think I want to go back
It's
anymore.
like running away from a burning house. Don't go back inside the house. Get out of the house, okay?
Thank you so much.
This world samsara is the house it's a burning house. It will burn your mind forever. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Next, Diana. Hi, Diana.
Namo Buddhaya, Ajahn Suchart.
Hi, how are you?
Trying to keep balanced.
Good.
How are you?
Stay calm, stay mindful.
Yeah. I was reflecting on some progress that I made since I've started coming to here with you here. And I have gotten better at catching myself. At the moments of like like the Buddha or the breathing, or just if I'm starting to lose it, I wasn't able to kind of get out of it until it finished. I was aware of it, if you remember, but I couldn't quite. But I've come like quicker to catch myself and like to drop whatever the mind has been attached to, the feeling or the thinking, and return to like. So I feel like the habit has been forming more.
Yes,
Of
you're
mindfulness.
being more mindful of your thoughts.
Yes, I
Good,
try.
good. Because everything starts with your thought. If you can stop it before it goes into anything, then there will be no problem.
Yes, I recognize now that the reason it has started, like the reason my reaction has overwhelmed me, is because my mindfulness was not there, and so it happened. So then before, when I would begin mindfulness, I wouldn't be able to get out of it until like it ran its course. But now I feel that I'm able to just hold it, maybe not bring it there, but like hold it and not make it worse. Like over the weekend, I was listening to some people speak, because we were going for a walk, and one gentleman started to say things that I wasn't necessarily agreeing to, but I was able to do just not say anything.
Just listen.
Yeah, and just be with my discomfort, but like not get attached to it. It was good.
That's mindfulness.
And I had to surrender some of my attachments to like my perfect meditation. So somehow the acceptance has happened. Like I had to decide to focus on the fact that I'm a mother with a child, like a parent with a child, and that that combination is
obstruction to your meditation.
Yeah, and I've just surrendered to it. Like I've just accepted that my meditation has to be cut in half. I've just accepted that it wasn't going to be the same as it was before, because I realized like the discomfort, the rejection of the lack of progress, and that clarity that I am always liking up the sitting meditation. And it's become easier, like because often I sit with my daughter and she can't do 1 hour, so we just sit half an hour, and I just accept it, and I try to build more like mindful activities that we can do together.
That's good.
A lot of,
it means you're accepting reality more and more.
Yes, I think it's happening due to my mindfulness.
And
also like I've noticed when she's wanting things from me and asking things from me, when I've decided I kind of want to do my mindfulness like single-handedly right now, that's when the irritation is the most. So I reprogram my mind to just kind of let it go the moment she's asking of me, so then I can just attend to her, and then that she's looked after, and then I can go back for however long I can, and then if she needs to return and ask of me again, it's just become easier to do that rather than just always like just asking her not to, to just give me some space. Like, if she's needing things, I can't control her needs, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Good. This is the way to live together.
Yeah. It's challenging. And
you have to act yourself as a servant and serve her. And then there will be no problem. If both of you don't want to be servant, then there can be problem.
I was able to go back to the monastery and speak with the monk to clear up that misunderstanding about giving dana, and I guess so he gave me permission to just come and give dana whenever, like because again we can't control what other people are saying and what other people are thinking, so at least like directly towards my family, I because sometimes there's a language barrier, right, with the Sinhalese and the English misunderstandings.
Yes.
So now we
Okay.
don't, yeah. I did have some question. Is that
Go
okay?
ahead. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go backwards from what I've written down. Is it proper, like you know, previously, like I was kind of thinking that if my house was in order, then like inside I would be in order. And recently I was just challenging myself through hearing somebody else to just kind of like just let the outside like chaos just be, and just like find not take the outside chaos necessarily inside. I've started to experiment with that, and like is that a possibility to just, because the process that we're doing is internal, right? So maybe the outside chaos is okay. Like we don't have, I don't have to control it.
That's right.
Like I don't have to make it orderly in order, like I don't have to like have the perfectly clean kitchen before I could sit and meditate.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
But it's nice to keep things in order. This is a way of training your mind to be mindful also.
Yes. I've sort of been going back and forth, and I realized that like it can't be perfect. Like if I just focus on the outside order, then all the time I lose the time for some practice. So I've just kind of like tried to do like the in the middle, like sometimes it's orderly and sometimes it isn't, and it is still okay.
Well, try to find a balance between the two.
Okay. Okay.
Things should be orderly outside and also inside.
Yes, it's very, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep investigating that part.
Because when you try to keep things outside orderly, you can also be practicing meditation at the same time if you're mindful.
Okay, just doing it mindfully. Okay,
That's
I got
right.
it.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next one is you were sharing about like the respecting parents is listening to their scolding. So my question is like, how do I do that if listening to the scolding makes me feel like really depressed, like really depressed?
Because you still you don't have enough mindfulness to remain still.
Okay,
so you have to use mindfulness, recite Bhutto.
Okay, and then I can just
listen, and inside you just keep reciting Bhutto as you listen.
And not try to resist it too much.
Let the person speak whatever they want to speak, but you just keep reciting Bhutto to calm your mind down.
Okay. Next one is yeah, I think it's a little bit similar. I was trying to find the Russian word in English, and the word is like condemnation, and it's the same thing. Like if I'm receiving some condemnation from my family side, like I'll share, like let's say from my mother, my stepfather, my aunts, and my mother sharing it, like they're condemning a little bit my lifestyle. Again, how to process it? Like I understand I need to process it like the weather, and still the bad feeling is still the bad feeling is there. And what you have shared is like still not enough mindfulness, because it arises the feeling of shame somehow.
The Buddha say in life you have to meet both criticism and praises. They are like the weather, good weather and bad weather.
What to do with the shame? Shameful. What to do with the shameful feeling inside?
It's not your
So-
fault. Why should you be shameful? You cannot stop them from praising you or criticizing you. What is
I
that to
guess
be shameful about?
because they're wanting me to change. They're saying what I'm doing is wrong and I'm wrong. And
Well, just tell them you're apple and they want you to become banana.
okay, fruits. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I also wanted to take the same subject right now. I'm not sure how about the rest of the world, but a big topic here in North America for discussion was like the same feeling of shame in younger people, apparently leading to suicide. And it has actually happened to one woman that I know. Her son committed suicide. And then I was hearing in the monk also sharing that a friend of somebody very young, like grade 10, committing suicide. And from my understanding and experience, it's because this feeling of shame and depression leading the person to, like, overwhelming them and leading them to want to exit kind of this life. So like, let's say if someone is like this, like what is like the number one thing from the Buddhist teaching that could just shatter that thought, that idea, so they don't do it like in that moment?
Well, it's not something that you can tell
Control.
them at that moment, It's something you have to gradually teach yourself that there's no self in the first place.
Okay, the anatta. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's because the
Their
strong
attachment to self, and they want to be self-respected, So when they
Yes.
not achieve what they want, then they become unhappy, they feel sad, they feel shameful, whatever. Maybe they're not willing to accept who they are or what they are. If we can just accept who we are, what we are, then there would be no shame, nothing. And who we are, we're just the knowing element. That's all that's the problem. People don't know who they are. They think they are somebody there, and they have to live up to that standard.
Well, they're thinking that there's something bad. That's what the shame is about. So how to kind of to break that concept?
Well, there's good and bad in this world. We do good things sometimes, we do bad things sometimes.
Okay.
We're not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
People want to think of themselves as good all the time. So when somebody contradicts their image, they become unhappy.
Okay. In one of the Dhamma talk I heard over the weekend, that the monk was translating a sutta, and one of the instruction was, if you lied, then a technique that he was translating was to feel shame for it. And I was thinking, well, my personal thinking would be, it wouldn't be the right tool for those people who are already experiencing a lot of shame. Then what should those people do? Because
all they have to do is admit their mistakes and try to not repeat the same mistake again.
Okay.
There don't need to be shameful of anything. You did something wrong, you did a mistake, just accept it that you made a mistake and try not to repeat it again. That's all.
Exactly. Okay. Okay.
Be rational, don't be emotional. Shame is emotional.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yes, and I just was reflecting about the renunciation and living a more renouncing lifestyle. I wanted to ask you, like, for instance, here in Canada, like today it's snowing again, and I was just thinking how difficult it is for the monks to renounce here in this part of the world because of the coldness. Like, you can't just be homeless in the street, you would die. Would you recommend?
Be homeless in a home.
Okay. Yeah.
By living simple, as if you're homeless. You don't need all the comfort that normal people would do.
Just the basics then would be okay.
Yeah, just the basic.
Yes. And my other question is how to increase the respect in children, because I realized through some questions that the monk was asking, Bhante was asking my daughter at the monastery, he was asking her to bow and respect me, her mother. And she had a really hard time bowing because it's not part of the practice that I've shared with her. But the Bhante was saying how the other children in their monastery, they pay respect to their parents, like that's how they thank their parents. And then the parents give children blessings. And since we had that interaction, I realized that I wasn't able to, like, do you have any suggestions how to like build more respect in my child, specifically in my child, because since I've noticed that it's an issue, just in general, the children like not like in myself too, like the lack of respect for my mother, for instance, like I'm working on that.
Yeah, it's hard for you to teach her to respect you because this will be selfish on your part. So
Okay,
you have to bring her to join a group that are being taught to have respect, like a group in a temple, and they teach all the children to be respectful.
Yes, I could see the expression on her face when she's hearing the teaching. Somehow inside she is feeling like lowered.
Yeah, that's what we want to do, lower our ego, so we will be more happier.
So that is part of her process, feeling lower.
That's right, lower our ego. Treat yourself as a servant, not the master.
Yeah, because right after she listened to the explanation that after she made the bow, and the Bhante said, "This is like just put the hands on your daughter's head and just say blessing." Then right after that, my daughter got up and she said, "Now you bow to me." And everybody was just like laughing. And then the Bhante said, no.
Because people who has no religious training, they have their strong egos. Everybody wants to be number one.
Okay.
So that's where the problem starts, when everybody's clashing against each other, trying to be number one.
Okay.
If everybody wants to be number 10, there will be no problem with it.
Okay. So don't mind that I'm not number one.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's not the important thing. Okay. And my last one is about like this feeling of rejection that I've sort of come across this week. A lot of people having a hard time reclaiming their life after they were rejected by like a partner or work. And they're trying to do their own healing. And actually same with my mother, and same I see with my daughter having a hard time with just this concept of rejection. So does it bring us back to because it's causing pain, right?
Yes.
And then so it's bringing us back to like mindfulness and the no self, like those concepts again.
Anicca especially, life is anicca, constantly changing.
So anicca for that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anicca. Sometimes you have relationship, then sometimes you lose your relationship.
Okay.
Nothing lasts forever.
Okay.
To think that things last forever is a fantasy we live in.
Yes, I guess the mind it plays a trick because it just like clings onto that concept, and then it just feels like it's the only thing that's existing in that moment, but it isn't.
No, when you see people married, you think they'll live happily forever, right? Then that's not the story. That's not the truth. Yeah. They may be happy for a few days, then they start to have problem with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's life. Life is anicca.
Mm-hmm.
Not always the same. Happy today can be sad tomorrow. Being sad today can also be changed into happiness tomorrow. Things keep changing back and forth. Being sad today can change into happiness tomorrow.
Okay. Yes, it's not permanent. It's shifting.
Yeah, shifting, changing all the time. But people don't want change. They don't want things to be fixed. I want it like this and all the time like this. So when it doesn't happen, then they become unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to teach them that life is changing.
And this
Nothing
is how it is this moment, and next moment is going to take
Yeah.
care of itself. Okay.
Things will change again, maybe worse than or better, who knows? Que sera, sera. That's how.
Oh yes, so this is the on the last
Anatta.
anatta. And is it like all the same for the feeling of fear? The overwhelming fear is the same, like the same concepts for the fear also.
Fear of uncertainty. We want,
Yes, of the future,
we
the aging.
don't like anicca. We want something permanent, something we can rely and trust. But we cannot. There's nothing on earth, on this earth, that is reliable, that will remain the same and unchanged.
Oh, this brings me to a question that I had some time ago. The difference, I think I can't remember if I asked you that. It's about like nibbana, and how exactly is the space of nibbana different from this expansion space, or is it the same?
Nibbana is a state of mind. It's in the knowing element, inside the knowing element.
Okay, so it's and then for the knowing anima, inside nibbana, are those any of those like metta, karuna, mudita feelings, or they're not part of nibbana?
They're part of nibbana.
They are part.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are no great hate or delusion left in the mind.
So it's just more of that.
In place of great hate and delusion comes metta, karuna, mudita, ubeka.
Mm-hmm. Say it again. In place.
In place of great hate and delusion, the metta, karuna, mudita, ubeka.
And for my personal practice, I'm maintaining the 6 precepts. That's going very stable. Like I think it's habitual now. Is okay. Although when the craving is in the mind, it's like okay, just today, and I say no, just observe it, and then it passes. It passes. And then for the fasting, it's like every second week I take like 1 day and I just do water and to try to just reduce everything.
Good.
Okay. One last thing, in case is it okay to share some another resource for parents with children here now?
Sure, if you like to.
Yes. There actually here I had it up here. I just wanted to follow up a little bit on what Sat Fran. So the teacher is called Venerable Acharya Tun Kipa Panyo, and then his student is Prakrupalat Ananda Panyo. He also makes little short Dhamma talks like that is very similar to those Jataka tales in English, and he does like Thai in English, but I only heard the English.
Okay, thank you.
And they have like 2 nuns there also, but I don't know too much about it. And one resource I found for my daughter to try to focus her mindfulness more on Dhamma subjects rather than media and TikTok and everything else is like, all the secular things, is Dharma Publishing. They have like 25 books in like illustrated with animal Jataka stories for ages 3 to 8 and then 5 to 10, like this.
Okay, thank you.
In case I know for my daughter it has really helped her to just kind of have like she's sitting now and doing those Jataka tales, reading them, studying them, like making a picture mindfully out of it, and
That's
then writing out a summary of the story, and then we have it for discussion. Okay. In case this is helpful.
Okay, thank you for your information. I'll go to Sulan. Last but not least.
Hello, Ajahn. Nice to see you. Oh,
Yeah.
hope
How are you?
well. Oh, I'm all right. Yeah.
Okay. Happy now?
Yeah, happy now.
All your sadness disappear?
Yeah, sometimes sad, sometimes happy.
Anicca, life is like that, okay?
Yeah, it's anicca. Then I will remember what you say, like the weather cannot.
Happy today can be sad tomorrow.
Yeah,
Sad today can be happy tomorrow.
yeah, it's
Okay.
impermanent.
And the way to make you happy very quickly is to meditate.
Oh,
When you're sad, just meditate.
oh,
Then when you finish your meditation, you'll feel better. You'll feel happier.
okay. Yeah, thank you for the reminder.
Okay.
Oh,
Any question?
oh yeah, I have question. So my first question is for people who lied, who should they admit their mistake to? Is it to the people that they lied to, whether or not it makes them happy or upset? Is that what you mean by admitting the mistake?
Yes, if you lie, then you should admit that this is not good action. You should not do it again because it can be harmful to you and other people.
Oh, so need to admit the lie to the person you lie to, or is it
You don't have to. You don't have to confess to people that you lie to.
oh,
You just have to confess to yourself that this is not bad. This is not good action. And if you want to make it more forceful, you should punish yourself with something like abstaining from eating
oh,
dinner for 1 day or 2 days or something like that to
oh,
punish yourself.
mm.
So that next time you don't want to repeat the same mistake again. Because if you repeat the same mistake, you're punishing yourself more, twice as hard.
I see. I heard from a Mahayana monk, I mean nun. She was saying that her master taught her that it's through repenting to the Buddha, then need to like can't remember, like bow 88 times or something. So that is a like
Punishment. That's a punishment.
punishment.
Yeah.
And the confessing is not to the Buddha statue, is confessing to ourselves.
Yes. The Buddha statue cannot listen to you anyway, cannot hear you anyway.
Oh,
So you're the one who can hear your own confession. So you're actually confessing yourself through the Buddha without knowing it.
oh, I see. And how long is the punishment then?
It's up to you how much you want to. You're the judge.
Oh, oh, okay.
If you find life punishment doesn't work, then you have to make it more heavier.
Wow, oh, why? Is that how like people's karma get multiplied? Oh, okay.
Okay.
You were saying something?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then my second question is it disrespectful to care for our aged parents as though they are our children and lecture them for their unskillful action, telling them what they should do?
No, you should never lecture your parents. Tell them you should act like a servant to them when you look after them.
Oh, okay.
You can ask them what they want. If they want something, if they want your advice, then you can give them their advice. But you should not give them any advice if they don't ask for anything from you.
Oh, then if they do something wrongly,
Let them do.
let them do.
It's their life,
Oh,
It's not your life. You just want to make their life comfortable and happy. So if they want to do something that makes them comfortable and happy, then you should not, even though it might be not medically correct, because maybe they like to eat something and the doctor said they shouldn't eat this thing. You should let them eat. They only have a few more days to live.
oh,
Let them be happy where they live, then rather than be feeling terrible living.
okay. Oh, then what happens to like bad parents, like on the newspaper? like bad parents, then is it disrespectful for the children to kind of lecture them and say, you shouldn't do this, it's bad?
Never lecture
That's also
your parent.
okay. Even like advise them is also good.
No, your parents are your teachers. They were your teachers. You don't teach your teacher. You let your teacher teach you. Okay.
Okay. I see.
Who taught you when you were young how to
Yeah,
eat, how
my
to
parents.
dress, and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't need to teach your teacher. The teacher
Oh.
know more than you.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we should trust them, trust that they know what they are doing and that they have
Unless if they break the precept, something that can hurt themselves, then
oh
you might try to stop them if you
oh
can.
okay. Yeah, okay. That's the only time where we should lecture them.
If they want to drink alcohol, something like that.
Oh.
Even that if they want to, you cannot stop them, let them drink, But
Oh.
if something terrible, like if they want to kill themselves or something, then you might want to try to stop them.
Oh, okay. Okay. And only in such scenarios, then we are doing something good. If not, it's considered bad karma on us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's very enlightening to learn this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to be respectful to your parents all the time.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah, there is something I will learn.
Okay. Is that all the question you have tonight?
My last question is you said that the Buddha lived like a beggar. So for lay people, is it should we reflect that we should be content with what we already have and reduce
That's
our
right.
cravings?
Yeah. And try to reduce
Oh.
your living standard to lower as much as possible. To the lowest level, if you can, to the cheapest level.
To the cheapest level, okay. Yeah.
Because then it will not be, because if you live expensive, then you have to work, you have to find more money to live that way. So
Yeah.
it can become more stressful than when you live cheaply.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. Even if like those marketing says that you should buy this, it's good for health or this.
No, every food is good for health. It's just a delusion to separate them.
Oh, okay. It's part of delusion.
Yes.
Okay.
And it doesn't change the equation anyway. You die anyway. You get sick anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
The equation remains the same, however you live, You can live expensively and you still get old, get sick, and die.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Go to Kunjuk now for more questions.
กราบนมัสการท่านอาจารย์ค่ะ We have 6 questions and the first 5 questions are from the assistant Gmail. The first question is from Sayale Therika from Indonesia. For 2 years, I've been practicing meditation with Anapanasati, but there's been no significant growth. Last month, I changed my meditation object to the 4 elements, but my bad karma seems to come up, so I decided to change to Anapanasati. I would like to train Vipassana, but due to the incident with the 4 elements, I am doubtful that I will do it again. Could Ajahn please advise which method is more correct?
What you need is mindfulness. You lack mindfulness, and without mindfulness, any method is not good. It doesn't work. You first have to develop mindfulness by be constantly mindful all the time during your waking hours. from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. You should recite a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, all the time, or keep watching your body all the time. Watch what your body is doing all the time. Then you will have mindfulness. Then you can practice any method you like, because our method needs mindfulness to be successful. Without mindfulness, you won't get any success from your meditation practice.
Next question is from Ravi from India. I have been practicing Dhamma for so many years and have done 14 times 10-day Vipassana meditation retreats in the last 18 years. Yet I am unable to come out of pornography and masturbation. I am seeking strength from Dhamma to help me out of it. Please strengthen and guide me.
You lack the Asupha knowledge. You have to study the unpleasant parts of the body, like the 32 parts of the body, or the corpse of the body when it changes into corpse. You have to look at these images, think it in your head all the time, so that whenever you have the sexual desire, you have to use these images, this information to counter your sexual desire.
The next question is from Celia from Peru. How do I know if taking 8 precepts for more days is more skillful than focusing on curbing my big addiction, such as craving for sweets like ice cream or cheesecakes?
Well, when you take the 8 precepts, you are trying to restrain your sensual desire. So you eat less. You only eat once a day, for instance, or twice a day, but not after midday. So you can only crave for your food before midday, but after that you can no longer eat anything. So by maintaining the precept will help you restrain your sensual desire.
The next question, how do we decide properly whether we are coming from a place of ignorance, where kilesa decides our action, or we are coming from our wisdom?
We all come from ignorance, not from wisdom. We don't have any wisdom. That's why we are here in the first place. Okay, go ahead.
The next question is from Sarasi from Geneva. When we spend time in hospitals, we see the futility of life and how people experience suffering to the fullest. Does the right contemplation mean to apply the same suffering phenomenon for our own life and to think of the uselessness of our life?
That's right. When you see suffering, you see aging, sickness, and death on other people, you should bring it back to your body, to yourself, that you too will have to experience this thing. So then can reduce the passion for life, and it wants you to practice more meditation in order to cope with the suffering. Because no other way can help you cope with this type of suffering except the practice of meditation and wisdom.
So this will be the guide to the correct contemplation according to Buddhism.
Yes, when you see a sick man, an old man, a dead man, you should always bring it back to your body, that your body too will be like this one day.
And the last question is from Marcia from Ohio. Since our feelings are like the weather, and we should not chase after good feelings or try to get rid of bad feelings, what does it actually feel like to let the bad feeling continue until it goes away?
Well, if you have equanimity, you don't feel anything. You're just merely observing or acknowledging the feeling that come and go. You don't indulge in this feeling. You don't become obsessed with this feeling. You just merely knowing this feeling. But you have to practice a lot of meditation to get to jhana, to get to equanimity. Once you have equanimity, then you can just remain as an observer of your feeling that come and go. If you don't have equanimity, your mind will become immersed with those feelings, become attached or cling to those feelings, or aversion for those feelings. react to those feelings.
I've been working on this, and it seems as if one can feel unwell or feel a little depressed and just watch it. Is it just allowing the fruits of my previous actions to come and go?
When you feel bad observing it, it means you don't have enough equanimity. So you should practice more meditation to make your mind become more still and not reacting to anything.
Ajahn Sumedho once said that equanimity is knowing how to coexist peacefully with unpleasant feelings. So is it true that one will not always feel happy, even though one is secure on the right path of practice?
Well, as long as you still have defilement, if you still have aversion, you can still have unhappiness. But eventually, when you get rid of all your defilements, your love, your aversion, then you will always be peaceful and calm and happy.
That is all, ka.
All right. That's about all the time we have. Actually, we run quite late now for today, but I think it's good. We have learned a lot of things, I hope. And I hope that our meeting tonight is useful and can be helpful to your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
สาธุ
สาธุค่ะ
Stay well, Ajahn. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.